Welcome everybody. Thanks for being here today. My name's Cassie and today we have a 60-minute Vinyasa flow practice. If you have a couple of yoga blocks or books, those will be useful today, but no other special props. And we'll get started on our backs. Today I recommend starting with knees knocked together and feet slightly wider than hips. Hands can rest wherever they're comfortable. Soften or close your eyes. And start to notice the natural pace of your breath. Start to notice thoughts as they bubble up. And even notice physical sensations. And even if just for a moment, give yourself permission to notice all of these things without responding to them. Simply allow yourself to be an observer, a listener. As you're ready, allow your breath to start to slow down. The natural pace of breath becomes a bit more intentional, a bit more rhythmic. And if you like to practice with Ujjayi, you can start to cultivate that as well. Gentle closing in the whisper muscles of the back of your throat, like fogging a window on a cool day. Ujjayi breath creates a gentle whisper sound on the inhale and exhale that sounds the same throughout the duration of the whole breath. Take a few more rounds of breath here on your mat. Find softness around your eyes and behind your shoulders. Stay for your next breath in. And on your breath out, take arms past your ears. Spread out fingers wide. And then arms by your sides, knees to neutral. Bring your right knee into your chest and hug thigh in close to belly. You can wrap your hands around. And we'll add an eagle wrap. Right thigh over left thigh. Give them a little squeeze. If that's too extreme, you can take figure four instead. And a little windshield wiper of the legs side to side. Roll out the sides of your hips. Let both legs roll over to the left for the twist, and right arm opens out to the side. If that feels like too much, you can uncross the legs and take a simple twist instead. Stay soft around your jaw and your neck. Slow breath in. And exhale carefully back to center, unwind. Left knee into chest, wrap your hands around, and gently compress thigh to belly. Eagle wrap, left thigh over right, give your thighs a little squeeze, and then windshield wiper, side to side, roll out the sides of your hips. Breath continues here, steady pattern. Both legs over to the right, left arm opens to the left side for the twist. Soft jaw, soft neck. One more inhale. And come on back to center. Unwind your legs. Both arms long at your sides with palms down. We'll move through a few rounds of rolling bridge. So to set up, hug your navel down towards the ground and lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Very slowly begin to lift your hips up off of the mat, and we'll roll up, think one vertebra at a time. Lift mid-back, upper back, until you're in bridge. Take a breath in. And just a slow roll down. Shoulder blades down, upper back, mid-back, low back, hips, and tailbone. We'll flow through a few like that. Inhale, lengthen your tailbone and roll up. Exhale, slow roll down. Tailbone is the last piece to touch down. Inhale, slow roll up. Exhale, roll down. One more. Inhale, lift up to bridge pose. And exhale to come down to the mat. Windshield wiper, both knees side to side. And then land in the center, both knees to chest. Give them a squeeze. If you'd like a little bit of dynamic movement, you can tuck your chin, take a few rocks head to tail. If not, you can skip it. And we'll meet in tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Remember the sensation of rolling up as you inhale to cow pose, heart opens. Exhale to cat, round your spine. Inhale to cat, belly softens. Exhale to cat, hug navel in and up. One more. Inhale, cow, shoulder blades draw down and back. Exhale to cat, shoulder blades open wide. And land in a long neutral spine. Inhale, sweep your right hand high. And we'll flow a few. Exhale, thread the needle. First one. Inhale, hand reaches high. Exhale, thread the needle. Last one. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, thread to stay. Right shoulder and cheek to the mat. Hug navel to spine and roll your heart up towards the ceiling. Lightly press the back of the right arm into the ground. One more inhale. Return to tabletop pose. Same thing. Inhale, left arm reaches high. Exhale, thread. First one. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, thread. Inhale, sweep your arm high. Exhale, thread to stay. Left shoulder and cheek to the mat. Hug navel in and roll your heart up to the right. Press lightly through the back of the left arm. One more inhale. Exhale, back to tabletop pose. Take your knees wide, sink hips back. A few breaths in child's pose. You're welcome to take some intuitive movement here. Rock your forehead or shoulder side to side. On your inhale, reach your fingertips far forward. And exhale up to downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths to find some movement here. You can turn your head side to side, open and close your jaw. Pedal out your ankles. And then find stillness. Sit bones point up towards the ceiling. Kneecaps draw up towards hips. Press through all corners of your hands and wrap your triceps back. On your inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Turn your toes slightly to the left and cross right thigh behind the left for cross leg down dog. You can wiggle walk your feet over so that your legs are back in the center. Keep pressing through your hands. Inhale, high plank, pull forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, pull forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, pull forward, open shoulder blades wide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Uncross your legs. Right leg lifts high behind you, breath in. And step through, breath out. Back knee down to the mat. Inhale, sweep both hands high, Anjaneyasana. Remember that sensation of hugging thighs together. One more breath in. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Plant your hands and step forward. Halfway lift, hands to shins, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, stand tall, reach hands up. Exhale, hands to heart and down by your sides. Inhale, reach hands high. Exhale, forward fold, knees soft. Halfway lift, breath in. Plant your hands and right leg steps back, knee to the mat. Anjaneyasana, second side. Hug your thighs together, lift up out of your hips. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Plant your hands and step back. Left leg lifts high behind you. Turn your toes to the right and find cross leg down dog. You can walk your legs to center them. Hug your thighs together, bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale is high plank, pull forward, hug navel in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, come forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one, high plank, open shoulder blades wide. Downward facing dog. Uncross your legs. Inhale, lift left leg behind you. Exhale, step through. Back knee can be up or down, your choice. Anjaneyasana, hands sweep up. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart and down by your sides. Inhale, reach up, look up. Fold forward, spine stays long. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands and step left leg back, knee up or down. One breath in to reach up. Downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Take a long breath in. And slow breath out. All right, come forward to high plank, knees up or down, your choice. Open shoulder blades wide and lift the frontal hip points towards your navel. On your inhale, look forward and shift forward. And exhale, lower down, hips and heart to the ground at the same time. 3 rounds. Baby cobra. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release down. Again, heart lifts, elbows hug back. Release down, breathe out. Inhale, heart high, thighs squeeze together. Release down, breathe out. Child's pose, hips towards heels. Downward facing dog. Hips press up and back. Let's flow through a few rounds of Sun Salutation A. Inhale, lift high to toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, sweep hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Reach high, lengthen tailbone down. Forward fold, knees soften. Halfway lift, breath in. High plank pose, breath out. Look forward, shift forward. Lower down, breath out. Cobra or upward facing dog, heart lifts high. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Stay for one breath in and one breath out. Inhale, lift high to toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Hands overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart, breathe out. Reach high, look up. Fold forward, spine stays long. Half lift, inhale. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Vinyasa can be high to low, chaturanga. It can be cat-cow. Or you can move through child's pose. Land for one round of breath. And we'll take one more round of Sun A. Inhale, lift high to toes. Exhale, step or hop forward. Halfway lift, full breath in. Forward fold, complete breath out. Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Hands to heart, breathe out. Reach high, tailbone down. Forward fold, knees soft. Halfway lift, big breath in. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Every transition is your choice. No matter what, a breath in and a breath out. 5 breaths here. You can stay in down dog. You can take child's pose or forearm plank. Child's pose, down dog, or forearm plank. If you're staying in down dog, refining, wrapping triceps back, pressing through all corners of hands and spreading toes. If you're in child's pose, softening. And if you're in plank, knit your bottom ribs in, squeeze your thighs towards each other. And now, only if you're in plank, take one more breath in. Knees down, hips down. Sphinx pose. Lift your heart, drag your elbows back. If you're in Sphinx, you're welcome to pass through child's pose. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Let's start to add some more shapes in. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, lengthen your leg. Bend your knee, peel your hip open. Inhale, lengthen your leg. And exhale, step through, back knee down to the mat. Reach both hands high. Hug your navel in and lift up out of your hips. You're welcome to clasp your hands at the top if you'd like, and we'll take a side bend over to the right. Lengthen through your left ribs. This can also be done by dropping the right hand towards the mat or the block. Next inhale, come on back up to center. And exhale, wrap right arm on the bottom. Either give yourself a hug or take full eagle wrap. Keep lifting up out of your hips. And then elbows lift, heart opens, little back bend. Thighs squeeze towards each other. One more inhale. Look forward, hands down to the mat for cow lunge. Let your hips sink low and heart open forward. Breath in. We'll call it cat lunge. Shift your hips back and round down over your front leg. Inhale, cow lunge, shift forward, open your heart. Exhale, cat lunge, shift back and round. One more, cow lunge, hips sink low. And cat, hips sink back. Come forward into your low lunge, hands plant, back knee lifts. Now press your hips high, look forward, and just step back to downward facing dog. You're welcome to add in the Vinyasa if you'd like. Breath in, and breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, length. Bend your knee, peel your hip open. Inhale, lengthen your leg. And exhale, step through, back knee down. Both hands reach high. Hug inner thighs towards each other and lift up out of your hips. Option to clasp hands at the top and side bend to the left. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, left arm on the bottom, hug or eagle wrap. Keep squeezing thighs together as you lift your heart, little back bend. Breath in. Look forward, hands down to the mat, and set up your cow lunge. Allow your hips to soften and heart opens forward. Breathe in. Cat lunge, hips back, round through your spine, bow down. Inhale, cow lunge, heart lifts. Exhale, cat, shift back. Inhale, heart lifts, hips low. And exhale, cat lunge, hug navel in. Shift back to the front, set up your low lunge, hands down, back knee lifts. Now lift your hips high, look forward, and step the left leg back. Down dog or Vinyasa if you want it. Easy breath in, full breath out. All right, variation on that theme. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step through. High crescent lunge, both hands up. Hug your inner thighs towards each other, lengthen your tailbone down. Take a breath in. Slow side bend to the right, breathe out. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, right arm on the bottom. Inhale, lift your heart, little back bend. And then come on back to neutral, look forward. If you can, keep the arm bind as we transition to warrior two legs. Back heel spins down and tailbone lengthens down. Glance out over the right shoulder. Give your arms a little squeeze together here. And then slowly uncurl out to warrior two. Look out over your front middle finger. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Breathe into right ribs. Straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Press through right big toe mound. Inhale. Carefully circle hands down to the mat. Choose Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Sweep a breath in. And a breath out. Really nice. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step through. High crescent lunge. Sweep up. Inner thighs hug in together, tailbone lengthens down. Take a breath in. Side bend left. Breathe out. Inhale, hands sweep high. Exhale, left arm on the bottom. Lift heart high, breath in. And look forward, breath out. If you can, keep the bind. Warrior two legs, look forward. Give your arms a little squeeze together. And then slow curl, open up, left arm forward. Just flip your front palm. And reverse warrior. Breathe into left ribs. Reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Press through left big toe mound. Breathe in. Hands circle down. And transition to downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Take about 2 rounds of breath here, and we'll flow through this sequence. One breath per movement. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step through. High crescent lunge, breathe in. Side bend right, breathe out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right arm on the bottom, bind of your choice. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, look forward, warrior 2 legs. Inhale, arms open wide. Exhale, reverse warrior. Reverse triangle, straighten front leg. Nice, vinyasa or downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. Left leg lifts high. Step through, breathe out. High crescent lunge, inhale. Side bend left, exhale. Inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, left arm on the bottom. Lift your heart, breath in. Look forward, warrior 2 legs, breath out. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, reverse warrior. Reverse triangle, straighten your leg. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Last one for a while. Lift your heart. And press hips up and back. Lift up high onto your toes. And then baby steps to the top of your mat. Hips high, knees can bend. Take your time. At the top, choose either ragdoll, hands to elbows, or Padagustasana. First 2 fingers and thumbs around big toes. Allow your knees to bend as much as you need to for your spine to lengthen out of your hips. You might turn your head side to side or move your jaw around. Release your toes. Heel toe your feet closer together. Hands to shins, halfway lift, breath in. Tadasana, stand all the way up. Breath out, arms at your sides. Let's set up for eagle pose. Start standing on the left leg. Right leg lifts to one leg mountain. Cross right thigh over left and give them a squeeze. One of my favorite variations of eagle is with the lifted toes resting on a block. Right arm under left. Lengthen your tailbone down and hug your navel in. Soft but steady gaze out in front of you. Option to keep the arm bind. Lift the right leg high. Bound airplane, right leg passes back behind you. And then unwind your arms, full airplane. Press down through the palms. Engage low belly. Inhale. Tadasana, right foot meets left. Second side, we'll stand on right leg. Left leg lifts, one leg mountain. Left thigh over right, give them a little squeeze. Left arm under right. You're welcome to place the block under the left toes. Lengthen your tailbone down. Hug your navel in. And soften your gaze. Option to keep the arm bind as you lift left leg up and pass it back behind you for bound airplane. Full airplane. Unwind your arms, press it down through your palms, and lengthen the back of your neck. Navel hugs in. One more breath in. Tadasana. Left foot meets right. Shake out your arms and your legs. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Look up. Slow dive down. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. And then just forward fold. Let's take gorilla pose. Feet at least as wide as hips. Palms under soles, knees bend. Take any intuitive movement here that feels good. One at a time, release hands from under feet. Now turn your toes slightly out, setting up for Buddha squat or crow pose. If you're taking squat toes point slightly out, you can sit on a block as you sink your hips. Allow your spine to lengthen and engage inner thighs. If you're taking crow, open your shoulder blades wide, hug your navel in, and squeeze heels towards glutes. Let's take 3 full rounds of breath here. Monitor your own breath, and on your third exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. No rush. Just a few more moments of standing poses. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step through. Back heel down. Warrior one. Both hands sweep up. Draw your right hip back and press down through the back edge of the back foot. Inhale. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Setting up for a triangle, I like to shorten the stance a bit so left foot steps in. Tuck your right hip behind your left and hinge forward from the hips. Right hand low, left hand high. If you find that you're rounding in the spine, either from the side or front to back, I highly recommend a block underneath the hand so that you can keep your spine long. Option to take top hand into back right pocket for half bind. Roll your ribs up. Left hand reaches high. Take a look down, bend your front knee, lizard pose. Hands down inside of right foot, back knee down to the mat. Any variation, you can open your right knee out to the side. You can take right hand to right leg for the twist. Or you can bend the back knee and reach back for the bind. Whatever you choose, no forcing, no pain in your joints. Stay nice and open across your chest. Take your time to return to low lunge. Hands frame your front foot and back knee lifts. Lift your hips high and then look forward and shift your weight a little bit forward and step back to three-legged down dog. Right leg back behind you. Bend your knee, peel your hip open. You can stay or flip your dog for 3 breaths. For 2. Last inhale. Downward facing dog. All right, left leg this side. Step through, breathe out. Warrior 1. Draw your left hip back, press through outer edge of right foot. Breathe in. Warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, shorten your stance if you'd like. Left hip tucks behind right for triangle pose. Again, I highly recommend a block under that bottom hand. Hug navel in and roll your ribs up. Option to take right hand into back left pocket for half bind. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Look down, bend your front knee. Lizard pose. Hands inside of left foot, back knee to the mat. Any variation, you can open the knee, left hand to left leg for twist, or bend the back knee and reach for the bind. Stay free across the front of your chest. Take your time, return to your low lunge. Hands frame the front foot, back knee lifts. And then send hips high, look forward, and step back to 3-legged down dog, left leg behind you. Bend your knee, peel your hip open. You can stay or flip your dog. 3 breaths. Last inhale, downward facing dog. Long breath in, and slow breath out. Bring both knees down to the mat. We'll have a bit of extended back bending today, a chance for a couple of rounds of camel and then bridge. If you prefer to go straight to bridge, you're welcome to start there. All right, for camel pose, an option to layer in some of the binding work we've been doing today. If you want to take regular camel, you can skip the binding. Otherwise, standing on shins, right arm is on the bottom, left is on top. Lengthen your tailbone down, hug navel in. Lift your elbows, lift your heart. It might seem counterintuitive, but hug low belly in. Hug your thighs towards each other. Breathe in. Look forward. Unwind. And sink hips to heels. Child's pose or Virasana for just a breath. Second one. Onto shins. Left arm under right. Tailbone down, navel in. Lift your elbows, lift your heart. Hug your thighs in towards each other. Remember to breathe. One more inhale. Look forward, unwind, and hips towards heels. Child's pose or sit back over your legs. Make your way onto your back. You can bring your block with you if you like supported bridge. Same idea here, you can take traditional bridges and wheels if you'd like, or a chance to layer in some of our last binding work today. If you're interested in the binding, right thigh crosses over left, little squeeze of the legs. Arms long at your sides, And we'll take that slow roll up. Lengthen your tailbone and roll up from bottom to top. Think one vertebra at a time. Shoulder blades move towards your hips. Glutes engage. One last option. Right toes point up towards the sky. Lengthen your right leg. Press down more through the left leg. Now stay with me, breath in. If your foot was up, place right foot on the mat and slow roll down from top of spine to bottom with control. Nice. All right. Left thigh over right, give them a little squeeze. And slow roll up from bottom of spine to mid to upper back, lifting. Glutes engage, shoulder blades towards hips. An option for Ekapada. One leg, left leg straightens, point your toes up towards the ceiling and breathe. Breathe in. If the foot was lifted, place it flat on the mat. A nice, slow, controlled roll down. Hips land on the mat. All right, one last one. Neutral bridge, supported bridge or wheel. When you're ready, lengthen your tailbone and rise. It might be nice to clasp hands under tailbone. Last breath in. And come on down. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. And we land in Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together and knees wide. Arms wherever they're comfortable. Smooth out your breath. Perhaps you notice your heartbeat or the temperature in the palm of your hands. Invite a sense of lightness and levity, softness around your eyes. Bring your hands to the outsides of your legs and guide your knees back together. And then into your chest for a deep squeeze. Maybe a little rock side to side. We'll meet in a seat. Roll over to either side and come on up. Legs out long in front of you. You can sit on a pillow or a block to give your hamstrings a little bit more length. Now reach both hands high and slowly pour your pelvis forward over your legs. Take your time here. This is counter pose to all of the back bending we've been doing today. So really feel into your low back and only go as far as feels comfortable. Hug your navel in and lengthen through back body. Breath into back body. Inhale, lift your gaze. And exhale up to tall seat. This time, hands clasped behind your back. You can interlace fingers or take opposite wrists. Inhale to hug triceps back. And exhale to hinge forward to whatever degree is comfortable. Lengthen the back of neck, low belly in, heels forward. Breathe in. And come on up to tall seat. Let's take the right leg out wide and left knee bends out to the side. Inhale, reach hands up. Exhale, hinge over the right leg. You might take a slight twist to the right as well here. And stay with your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale up to a tall seat. Right hand crosses over to left knee and turn to look over to the left. Flip your right palm up towards the ceiling. You can stay here in this tall seat, or you can hinge right shoulder to right knee and lift your left arm high. Some might reach up and over towards the foot. If you do that, make sure your ribs stay rotating up. Inhale, and come on up. Second side, left leg out long, right knee bends to the side. Inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, fold over your leg. Maybe a slight twist to the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tall seat. Take left hand to right knee, turn to look to the right, and then turn your palm up towards the ceiling. You can stay or hinge left shoulder towards left knee, right arm reaches up, or maybe over, as long as ribs can stay rotating up. Breath in, and come on up. One more seated pose, Upavishta Konasana, both legs long. Hands to hips and stir the pot, rolling around in hip sockets. If that's enough, you can continue with that. If you'd like something a little bit deeper, hands down between legs and hinge between them. And for this one, I recommend keeping the spine long without rounding. Back of neck stays long. Last breath in. And back to tall seat. Guide your legs back together. Give them a shake. Alright, make your way down onto your back. And bring knees into your chest. Maybe a windshield wiper side to side. Allow both knees to roll over to the left. Right arm opens wide. Consciously soften across the front of your chest. And imagine right fingertips lengthening out from sternum. Notice your breath. And back to center. We'll switch sides. Knees roll down to the right, left arm opens wide. Consciously soften the front of your chest. Just imagine left fingertips lengthening out from sternum. Notice your breath. Back to center. Happy baby's pose. Knees wide, soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. You can rock side to side, lengthen through one or both legs, or draw ankle circles. Either stay in your happy baby as your final inversion, or bring legs back to neutral and choose either supported bridge pose, waterfall, which is legs straight up into the air with arms resting, or any other final inversion that's part of your practice. We'll spend about 1 minute in final inversion today. And even in these final poses, pay attention to your breath. Inhales and exhales even, with the same quality of sound, same length, same depth. Notice what's coming up for you that you're responding to. Maybe it's a thought, a plan for lunch, something that happened yesterday. Maybe it's a physical sensation that you're curious about. Allow those things to just be. And as you're ready, start to make your way out of your inversion. Add in any other final movements or poses that you're still craving. And make your way towards either Shavasana or final seat. And when you land, allow your eyes to soften or close. Breath to return to its natural cadence. Allow your field of awareness to become wide and open, with a sense of lightness and levity, simply observing. I'll stay with you until the end of practice, so I'll let you know when it's time to wrap up. Final resting meditation. Shavasana. You're welcome to stay in your meditation as long as you'd like. If you are ready to move, begin by wiggling fingers and toes. Move the muscles of your face or turn your head side to side. Or even take your arms past your ears, just like we began today. Turn over onto either side. And come up to a comfortable seat. We meet with palms together at heart center. We honor our practice, each other, and ourselves with a final slow breath in and out. Lift your thumbs to the center of your forehead. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice today. Namaste.